Hey everyone, you're here with Dexter Cells. It's a little windy out here today. Please excuse all that. Mother Nature is showing herself. Can't really do much about it. So, as I explained, I'm going to be dropping some more jewels, some more information on consumer law, understanding your definitions, understanding the law itself and how it protects you as a consumer and when it was established and why it was established, right? So, we're going to go into it. Before I even get into the notes, I want to tell you what to look at and where to look at, all right? So first thing you want to look at is 1913? Yep. It's going to be 1913 to 1933. All right, 1913 is when Woodrow Wilson he puts in a federal act to protect consumers, protect the United States because gold and silver were being stolen and they were losing funds, basically bankruptcy, being stolen, losing funds. Wasn't being invested wisely, not being protected wisely. So during that time, there was another enforcement bill put in, which was the 1933. It was a federal act bill, a federal act reserve. They did something. They put it in a legislation law, which was that in order to have a system that won't go bankrupt or that it won't lose its efficiency, they would what they're going to do is they're going to take all the gold out, all the silver, right? Not all of it because, jewelers still have it, but they're going to take a good majority of it, right? They're going to flush it out to the foreigners, right? The foreigners that mainly use gold and silver, poundage and things like that, right? And what they're going to do for, that's going to be a continuous payoff to them, right? And in replacement, we're going to get fiat, F-I-A-T, fiat, which is another term for money, also means not anything. It's fake. It's just worthless. Okay. So they create a bill to give us fiat, right? We're doing a change in payment, change in financial use, right? What we use to pay things, what we use, So the only way that you can get credit, right, established credit, correct credit, would be having gold and silver, right? So we don't do that no more. Now we establish unlimited. We have an establishment of open, unlimited amount of credit because knowing that this system, the United States 28 USC 3002 15, as you know, the United States is a business. It is a government business. It is the government, non-government. It's a business. It's not an actual country. So knowing that, what the president did was, okay, look, we don't want your money. We don't want to do any actual gold and silver financial business with you. We're going to create our own type of system, right? That way we can stay congruent. We can stay consistent without bankrupt, without falling off. So that's what this was for, right? So once he put it in, right, the Fed stopped stealing money. It was impossible because the money's printed now. Now it's fake. It's printed. It's printed. So that's what I'm saying. It's fake. Because the real value is the material, the actual gold and silver, the material. So once that happened, once the money started getting put into, it got put into the states, which if Pennsylvania is one of the federal banks. Then you have Washington as a federal bank, and then I think Chicago, Illinois is the federal bank. I'm not really too sure. I got to look back at my information. I read a lot, so I got to look back at my notes. But yes. And that debt, you see that national debt, that's not our debt. That national debt belongs to a 10-mile radius block of square in Washington. They are liable for the debt. As us consumers, we're not liable because debt is death and credit is alive. And since our credit has been fulfilled and is continuously being fulfilled with our Social Security, our first, last name, middle names as Sir, Ma'am, look into that, becoming a non-citizen international. That's for another story, another topic. But they utilize that. They utilize our information as a child coming into this world against the debt, against, as investments to these people. So, once you take back your power, you take back a kind of, ownership of your name, because you have a name that they give you and then you have a surname and a mem name. Okay? You want to get that back in your power and become a non-citizen international. But back to the topic, back to the information. Yes. So we took out gold and silver back in 1913, 1933, Woodrow Wilson Act, 1913, Federal Reserve Act, 1933. And then the banks finally started doing it. They started pouring in more funds for fiat money, which is paper, cotton, not real, not really anything to it. But as I said, since we gave back all our jewels, all the actual gold and silver, what they did was, all right, since you're giving it back and you're using each person's information to utilize toward the debt, to give us back money, we are going to give you an unlimited amount of credit. You have no limit on your credit for each individual, each consumer, because we are protected by law, right? It's literally some of the Bible verses are in this law, and it's scary. Because it says, I, God, own all the gold and silver. It says there, I, God, alone own all the gold and silver, right? And the reason why he also says we have unlimited credit is because he also states that no man or woman is known to be rich within the day, tomorrow, or whenever. You don't know when they could just get rich. You don't know when it can just happen anytime. This is why they don't discuss and they don't break down debt, because debt is death. They only break down credit, creditors, consumers, person, natural person. They break down a lot of definitions, right? That's going to be in 15 USC 1692A and 1681A. It's going to be, or 15 USC 1605. It's going to be in all your definitions there that you really want to, you want to get used to. You want to establish in your brain. You know what I'm saying? The reason why, when you get there, you're going to see how they're broken down in that specific order. The reason why they're broken down in that long day. Been on interviews, been on calls, just been going nuts. But on specific information, it literally states that we have no limit to our credit. Okay? We don't. And the reason why we don't is because everything that we get, that we distribute, that we trade in, that we pay for, that we get paid from, we pay for and we get paid from. The reason why we have unlimited credit is because none of that fiat has an actual essence. It doesn't have an actual energy built into it. It's not raw. It's useless. Really, it's useless. It's useless. Like, what can you do with gold and silver? Conductor, steel pipes. You can do a lot with it, right? Now, what can you do with money? They made us believe that money is used to buy shit. Like, they made us believe money is the power. It's not the power. Money is not the power. Okay? The power is understanding your laws and knowing that you are not liable for any debt. America pays for all our debts. Debt is death. Credit is unlimited to you, even if you have the shittiest credit. All right, look, take some of my notes. Hit me for some letters, bro. I have a lot of template letters that I won't give to you, but I'll give you for a good price, because I have plenty of clients that have already used them, business clients as well, and it's been efficient. It's been effective. Okay, it's a process. You're not guaranteed. No PG, no personal guarantee, right? For you within the first letter or so to get shit knocked off. It's not going to happen, right? You're going to have to fight these agencies and bureaus. One thing for sure, credit bureaus don't exist. The only one bureau that does exist is the CFPB, and it is in the 15 USC codes. CFPB is Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It is a one and true only. Anything with a gov or .org is your best friend. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you understand the definitions, you understand your laws, you understand how you come to be, who we are as one, then you're finally going to wake up. You're going to be like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I've been in indoctrinated facilities, aka schools, education centers, to believe something that was not true, to follow something that is not true, to feel something that is not true. Right? So, that's what I'm trying to get to you within this first video. This is my first video. It's just to break down some of the laws, break down where some of the information comes from, where it started, where you can start at, breaking down, giving you your power back, as a consumer, as a citizen of the United States, or as a non-citizen international of the United States Republic, right? Which I'm working on becoming a non-citizen international ASAP. Also, right now I do, off topic, but as I said for the letters, get your personal information cleaned up. One name, one phone number, one employer, one address. Excuse me. And I think that's pretty much it. That way, these creditors, these credit bureaus, excuse me, had something to drink and it's been tearing me up lately. And then, so you got creditors, bureaus, and these finance companies. That way you can understand your true rights. You can understand the false information that's being advertised, right? Like you got denied because, you went to apply for a car, you went to apply for a credit card, you got denied because of such and such and such, and, you had such and such debt. I understand. I clearly understand that I had this much debt and I had this such. But under the law, under 15 USC 1692E, false and misleading representation, F, you know what I'm saying? False and misleading representations, meaning even though I have that disclosed under non-personal information, meaning it's not public, personal information can be public, but this is non-public because this is not personal information. And though I have a debt amount, it does not vary. It does not vary the total outcome of me getting being accepted to my unlimited amount of credit. All right. And the reason why I tell you about the unlimited amount of credit is because here it is right here. So your 15 USC 1681B, permissible purpose of consumer reports, and that 15 USC 1681B, permissible purpose of consumer reports. These people are not allowed to disclose certain things that are in your report to certain people, or it's misleading information. Right. Now 15 USC 1681C, block of information resulting to identity theft. Now that this information was misinterpreted, it was produced wrong, it was advertised wrong, because of certain information that wasn't supposed to be advertised or shown was given. Now you see why it's a block of information, and it's a consumer law federal code. It's constitutional code. Because it's a result of identity theft. You as a consumer didn't tell these people, give them consent to give them all your information, to open it up. No, they were only have access to personal information, okay? And for them to mislead and misguide and not tell and not be fully truthful and compliant with the law, you can hit them with the phone call, talk to the financial advisor, then get to the attorney if you want, or the underwriter, right? He's going to look it up, he's going to get phased with it, and he's going to be like, damn, this man's really smart. All right, let me go ahead and call a dealership back and tell him he's approved. Because then you got to do the same process with the dealership. Find a car, any car you want. Boom. There's a lot of processes that go with this, especially how to put a lien on your vehicle and make sure that you don't get one with a lien. Find a car you like. Make sure you understand your finance charge, which is also in your 15 U.S. United States codes. Understand the total sum of finance charge. Understand your APR. Understand, your down payment is illegal. Understanding a lot of these violations that are being plagiarized by you because you're just ignorant to the information. You over here looking at us thinking we're crazy, but the information in law by the country you live in, which makes zero sense. So, I'm here. I'm breaking down some information that's useful at the time. It's going to be a lot more consistent, a lot more systematic. It's not going to be so much everywhere. But right now, what I was trying to do is give you the starting point, 1913, Woodrow Wilson, and 1933, Federal Reserve Act, right? So you can understand a lot more of this money situation and what it is that you're really killing yourself for, that you're being a slave for. So, and at the end of the day, everyone that's in this United States country, business of B, you are here because you're a slave to pay off their debt to the foreigners that are still utilizing our gold and silver for this fiat that we get back. So, and that's why they tell you credit is everything in this country. Credit is everything in this business, in America of business, United States of business. Everything is credit. If you understand how to use it, you understand your laws to the tip of the pen, to the tip of the spear. You understand your laws, right? because this is what's going to get you from a 403 something credit score to your 670, to your 750, to your 850. And then you're going to be able to utilize your personal funding to build your business credit, right? To build the business information background. And then you're going to be able to utilize your business funding, right? You're going to be able to get into EIN numbers, DUNS, BIN numbers, right? You're going to be able to do business funding, right? You're going to be able to stack cards. You're going to be able to build relationships with these people because you're educated, you know where you're coming from, and you know who you are, right? These people aren't going to talk to anybody. You got to know your stuff. You got to implement it. Not just read it, you got to implement it. So, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I hope it was, some sauce for everyone. I hope it was great, information. I will be breaking down the FCRA, which is 15 U.S.C. 1681, FCRA, 15 U.S.C. 1692, against debt collections that are harassing you as a consumer. The FDCPA. The FDCPA is the Fair Collection Debt Practice Act. And then the FCRA is the Fair Credit Reserve Act. And then your BBB is the Better Business Bureau. Your FTC is the Fair Trade Commissions. And then your CFPB is your Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So, once you know those are your best friends, once you understand that, I'm going to have I'm going to see if the editor can throw up the pictures and then throw up the information up here. And then right here, down in the comment section, the breakdown section of what this video is going to be on, I'm going to have most of the information there for you as well. That way, it's easier for you to access. The only thing that I would recommend you not doing before understanding the entirety of consumer law and, you as the person, as a consumer, I would not try to send out templates, letters, before understanding the process and before understanding each and every law, pretty much, that's in consumer. And, FCRA, FDCPA, and then your CBV, ECFPB, and your FTC, understanding your laws completely. The Fair Credit Act as well. So, I do enjoy it. If there's any questions, always comment down below, why is this? Always question it. Always question everything. Everything you see, do, hear, say, question it. Question it. Okay? The person that, what's the saying? The person that flies straight without looking without looking south or east is the person that always gets sideswiped versus the person all right. That's not what it was. I remember now. All right. The blue sparrow that's always flying straight without looking northwest, southeast, without looking south and east, right, will always get flanked and sideswiped from unnoticed targets, right? Because it's unnoticed. You didn't think about it. You didn't question it. You just took it and ran with it. Versus the eagle that's going to be in the air, going in circles, literally like a vulture, looking at you, questioning you from a mile away, right? Before bomb diving into you like a hawk and taking your life away, just eating you. That's what birds do. But if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, right? Sparrows, if you really watch a sparrow, they fly straight. They fly straight. They just boom, boom, boom. They don't look, they don't stop, they don't stay. Eagles will do a whole turn, stop a whole mile away because their vision is incredibly insane. It's amazing. And then before they even say yes or go there, they're going to question you, your movement, what you're going to do, what you're doing now, and how you're going at it. Now they got all that down. All right, I'm on it. Boom. Now they're there. Now they're on you. You know what I'm saying? Versus the sparrow where he's just going to, I don't need to look at none. Fly, hit the tree. I watch him all the time. All right, right outside my apartment. And then stop. Dude, you got so many angles, bro, that you need to watch, that you need to start patting in. But, that's just a breakdown. Like I said, drop down. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was some, sauce for everyone. Drop down some information that you want to learn from the consumer law. Drop down these websites, that you want to, learn how to use them. If you are looking for templates for, get your remedies back and down payments, finance charges from these dealerships, right? Hit me up. text me here, comment here, and I'll definitely get back to you. If you want to go ahead and start cleaning up your personal information, I got the template over here too. I can just send it to you. It's gonna be $20. Usually they're around $75 to $95 because these templates give you back like tens of thousands of remedies, and also you're able to keep a lot of these properties as well. So these templates are built and constructed well enough to where litigation arbitrage is not going to be needed in court. It will be out of court because these letters are that powerful and that strong. I've taken day and night, hours past 12 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m. Literally, I just did it this morning before a meeting and stuff. Putting some letters together, constructing information together, and still doing some more of my research, being due diligent. You know what I'm saying?